What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventurer 1994 here, and today is Saturday, May 24th, 2025, and I want to talk about what's been going on in the conference finals lately. As you can see that the Florida Panthers are one win away from eliminating the Hurricanes already. They're like really close to sweeping the Carolina Hurricanes from the conference finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. And this is a rematch of the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals where we had the Panthers and the Hurricanes face each other. And this is the third consecutive year where we had the Panthers in the conference finals. And they're about to eliminate the Hurricanes and sweep them. Just like what happened back in 2023 where the Hurricanes didn't stand a chance against them. It looks like the Panthers are about to repeat that history again and try to make the Stanley Cup final again for a third straight year. The Panthers are currently trying to repeat as Stanley Cup champions, just like the 2016 and 2017 Pittsburgh Penguins and the 2020 and 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning. And not to mention, the Panthers are a second Florida team who are likely to repeat as a Stanley Cup champion. And sadly, like ever since 2009, the Hurricanes weren't able to stand a chance whenever they made the conference finals. They would always get swept during that time, no matter how far they make it in the playoffs. And no matter how strong they were in the regular season, they never stand a chance in the conference finals. Ever since 2009, whenever the Hurricanes made the conference finals, they end up getting swept, and it seems likely that the Panthers might sweep them on Monday, on Memorial Day. This is not the only time the Hurricanes are getting swept in the conference finals. We had them get eliminated and swept by the Penguins in 2009, and then 10 years later, after their 10-year playoff drought, they got swept by the Bruins in the conference finals. And then in 2023, it was the Panthers that swept them in the conference finals, and now it's about to happen again. And there's no way in heck the Hurricanes are going to make the finals while they're trailing the series 3-0 and are about to face elimination. That doesn't really happen that often. I know what happened with the Flyers back in 2010 when they were trailing the series from Boston 3-0 and then they won the last 4 games. It's not very likely that's going to happen. It never really happens that often. It's so rare for that to happen. There's no way the Hurricanes are going to make the finals trailing the series like this 3-0 and are about to be swept and eliminated. It's very likely that Florida might win the whole thing and make the finals for a third straight year. And that will be the 6th straight year where we have a Florida team in the finals again. Because in 2020 to 2022 we had the Bolts for 3 straight years, and then now we have the Panthers ever since 2023 to make the finals. So it's starting to seem likely that the Panthers might repeat as Stanley Cup champions. A lot of people are still saying that. Yeah, when you're trailing 3-0, there's no way in heck you're going to win the last 4 games. It's very unlikely that's going to happen. There was only one instance that was like that, and it was the 2010 Philadelphia Flyers against the Boston Bruins in the second round in 2010, where the Flyers were trailing the series 3-0, and then they won the last 4 games and made the conference finals to face Montreal. So yeah, for a 6th straight year, we are potentially going to have a Florida team in the finals for a 6th straight year. And now let's talk about the Western Conference. It's hard to make out what's really going to happen since the series is tied right now between the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Finals, and this is a rematch of last year's Conference Finals, 2024. While the Panthers and the Hurricanes is a rematch of the 2023 Conference Finals, and the Panthers are about to eliminate the Hurricanes again, just like what happened in 2023. Right here is a rematch of the 2024 Conference Finals. And we have the Dallas Stars and the Oilers. And this is the Stars' third straight year in the Conference Finals, ever since 2023. And this just goes to show how dangerous Dallas could be when the playoffs. Dallas could eliminate anybody. Dallas is like a very strong team when it comes to the playoffs. They're a really strong team. And they make it this far a lot. They have been known for years to advance to other rounds. And we don't know what's going to happen with this series, but I am rooting for the Oilers to win the Cup all the way, since they're my top team in the playoffs right now, and with the fact that they have a history of making trades with the Rangers, this is why I root for the Oilers all the time when it comes to the West, besides the St. Louis Blues. I'm really hoping for the Oilers to win the Cup this year, but we'll see what happens. But we don't know what's going to happen between these two. The tension of this series is going to be intense, because Dallas is a strong team, and the Oilers are trying to win a Stanley Cup for the first time in 35 years, since 1990 when they faced the Bruins in the final and won the Cup. We'll have to see what happens. Will Dallas have payback on Edmonton for eliminating them last year and make the finals, and coincidentally meet a Florida team in the finals just like in 2020 when they faced the Lightning? Or will Edmonton try to stay on their feet and try to eliminate the Stars and try to make the finals again and win the Cup? We don't know what's going to happen. The tension's going to be very strong between these two. It's going to be hard to make out of what's going to happen between the Stars and the Oilers, but either way, I'm rooting for the Oilers to win. But we don't know. These two teams are very intense in the playoffs right now. Dallas has been known to advance to a lot of series, and the Oilers are trying to make it to their Stanley Cup, their first Stanley Cup since 1990. And let's say if the Canes and the Oilers face each other, it will be a rematch of the 2006 Stanley Cup, but that doesn't seem likely anymore. So if the Panthers and the Oilers face each other in the finals, we will have a rematch of last year's Stanley Cup final. And if we have the Panthers and the Stars facing each other, it'll be coincidental to 2020, where we had a Florida team face the Stars in the finals. And I don't know what to make of the Canes and Stars, but that series is definitely not likely, because the Hurricanes are about to face elimination with one more loss, and that is highly likely right now. So this is what we got going on in the conference finals right now, and I guess that's it. Bye.